out here doing a little scouting across the road from our house. These are going to be my Plan B areas where if I don't have a lot of gas money for the week or I'm running low, I had to come out here right across the road. My brother's let me use his ATV. I got mine at camp. So, UTV I should say. So I'm taking a little ride out here, checking out a couple of my old spots to see if there's any good sign out here. Hopefully there is. It was wicked cold yesterday. It was, geez, I think in the 20s this morning, so it was, the cold weather is here. It's supposed to start gradually warming back up, and all next week was to rain, so that ain't gonna, I mean, we need it, but I wanted to get to camp and start getting some stuff done, but so that's gonna hinder that for me. But I'll give you some more footage when I get down here further. Got a little ways to go down this road. Haven't seen anything in here yet, but I'm barely in here, about a couple hundred yards so far. Out here. I'm gonna bring a shotgun or anything, or a 22. I want to do some scouting. I have a lot of time. Alright, I just stopped the UTV down the trail here. Coming from that way, got a spot right over across here from me that had my first, I think it was my first my first natural, made ground blind that I made. I'm gonna go check on it. I can see it from here. It's not that far in there, but it overlooks a droppage, and there's a swamp way at the left-hand side, and sometimes there was, well, I saw some crossing trails and stuff going through there, and I'd hope I'd catch something. Never did see anything during deer season. I have had trail camera watching a skidder trail that goes down that way, and there was deer on that a few years back. I never even hunted here at all last year. I just had more money then, so I had more fuel to drive, thanks to a fellow Ted and his sons up in, I think it was New York. They sent me some money that helped a lot, but anyway, this year I'm trying to do some Plan B stuff out here. We'll be right across the road from the house. I mean, there should be deer in here. My brother's getting 6 or 8 deer in his food plot all the time, and I'm assuming some of them got to be out here staying. I got a spot down further where I normally find a scrape. Almost every year I find this scrape. I want to check it again this year, and if it's still there, I want to put out trail camera and see if there's anything showing up out there or what's showing up out there. But I'm gonna go look at this natural ground blind I get here, maybe fix it up a little bit. I'll give you some more footage when I get over there. Well, here is my natural ground blind. Obviously snow load and stuff has kind of crushed it down, so I've been kicking a lot of sticks, dead sticks this way following me. I'm gonna rebuild that, make it a little bit better. See, a couple of trees are growing on the way too, and then the shooting lanes have to be trimmed sometime. I won't go down there till it's closer to time for hunting. I'll go down there and trim and then put some scent out probably down in there somewhere. We'll see. But I gotta clean this up and fix it up a little bit better. Throw some more leaves on it like I did the other one. And hopefully I can get it to look better than it is. But that's where it overlooks anyways, down little skid trail. You can see the bright light down below there. Comes through that way and goes this way. And there's a big swamp out over here. So I'm hoping this is a travel corridor. I haven't been out there in a couple of years now, so I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, the swamp's still there. This is a pretty dry year, so if there's any water in it at all, they'll be looking for it. We'll see. I'll get to work over here and try and get this straightened out. Alright, I got that kind of squared away a little bit. You can see it's pretty high now. Got a bunch of branches going this way. And I threw a bunch of the leaves from all this area here. Dry leaves on it. So it just looks like, on that side it looked like just more of the mound coming this way. I will have to go down there and trim out some shooting lanes. We'll see. Let's go pay attention to which way the wind's blowing. Let's see. See leaves going out that way. Looks like the wind's blowing towards the swamp. So if something's coming from this way, I'll probably be alright. If something coming from that way, not so good. But they do come from this way and go travel that way. Out where I have another natural ground blind. And there's some old blueberry fields and stuff out there. So they may come from that way, bedding in there, come this way to the swamp to bed. And going to that way to eat. And coming back this way to bed and stuff towards the swamp maybe. I'm guessing. Alright, my crutch is right over there. I've been dragging my butt over here. Doing this a little bit of work. I don't know if I want to manage going down that hill. Right now, it's a little bit of a steep hill with my shoulders. Too soon, or should have brought some snips or something. I don't have anything to snip branches with. But that would be a helpful thing. So next time I'll have to come back again just before deer season and snip out some lanes. Really not a lot of lanes, just straight through in here. Where my area is gonna have to be, I guess. I'll put a scent or something out by that big cedar tree down there at the bottom. And hope for the best. Maybe make a scrape out there, mock scrape. But yeah, I'll stand up for a second and I'll show you what this looks like standing up. And I'll get over to my next spot where hopefully the scrape is still being worked. Right there it is as I'm standing up. See how it, there's the front of it. That's a downhill slope. See how it drops down quite a bit. Looks like those trees are dead down there that are in the way. I might just say the heck with it and try and get down there right now. It's not that far at least. And just see if my shoulders last the day. Again, that's a pretty steep hill. But gotta get it done. I'd rather have it done now and get used to the disturbance and not think much about it than just do it the day before and disturb the whole area. So like 3 weeks before deer season. So and who knows what day I'll be using it, but I'm sure it won't be too long down the line. We'll see. I'm gonna go down there and kind of clear that out. And I'm halfway down the hill. I think this thing's in the way. And that dead, looks like a cherry tree or something right there is in the way. Show you the blind. That's the blind. You can see it's all fairly roughed up right now, but that'll be all dried out in a day or so. It'll look just as natural as everything else around here. A lot of dead trees around here. I'm gonna take care of this one right here. Then go take care of those, and hopefully that gives me a decent shooting range down there. I still will need to get some snipped and snip a few more things, but let's see what that does. Oh, the other elevated ground, elevated, keep saying that. Natural ground blind, I call those natural, they just made. You can see it up there. I'm trying to get some of these branches and stuff out of the way. I'm gonna definitely need to cut them. They're not quite as dead as I thought they were, but I found another spot. If I dare come down this hill, for like a morning hunt or something, I'm creating another brown blind right here because I can see a lot better through here down this area. Trail comes that way, goes over that way through the sun. I'm gonna take a walk over this to confirm, but and this is the old skidder trail that goes up right by that ground blind over there. I had tracks of pictures of deer coming down this trail before, and someone going heading towards a swamp or something. But yeah, this might be another spot. It's just getting up and down that hill is a pain for me with the crutches. Real big pain. I'll see if I can wrestle some of these trees down, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. They're just bending instead of breaking. We'll see. I got a lot of the branches off, but I was taking advantage of another spot here anyway. My legs, so it's, you know, it's pretty high up, so I can hide myself pretty well right here. There's another spot over there, a bunch of dead trees too. Could make something over there and watch. But we'll see. It's just this hill. Hill is a big obstacle for me. I'm gonna see if I can tackle that tree right here and try and break it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to or not. I was trying to push it this way on that side of it, but if I come over there and pull it, maybe I can break it. I don't know. At least get it behind this tree right here. That way it won't be pushing in that direction. We'll see. See what I can do. Well, there's another ground blind. Here's the open area of the trail going through. I've been bending some trees. You can see that one and this big heavy one. I bent it. Got stuck into those. It wasn't breaking. Broke that thing. Took this branch off. Looks like I just got that one little one that's angling up like that. Maybe this little stick here. And that's the other lined up on the hill. Maybe get these dead things out of the way so I have this view coming through here. I just busted another tree that was over there. So hopefully, give me something towards that cedar tree down there. Don't want to be up too long because you got the UTV up here. And it's got the key and everything right in it. Can't imagine I'd be able to come down here, but that'd be my luck. Somebody come and steal the freaking UTV on me. So, instead of going down there and doing a lot more walking and scouting, I'll just stay out of it till the deer season, and I'll come and put some kind of a rub or something in there, scrape with some scent and watch it. Probably be better from up here, but if I feel ambitious, I could come down here. I'll see what it looks like once I get back up top, how obscure the view is now that I got it cleared out a little bit. Keep on plugging away. Nice spot though. Alright, back at the first blind here. You can see it's a lot more open in here now. I still see I gotta trim some over here if I want to be able to see by that big cedar tree, or maybe I can put something out down here. We'll see. But that's a lot clearer than it was, that's for sure. All that big stuff right in the way. I might still cut these little ones down when I get some snippers or something out here. We'll see. Whew, that was a job. I had to drag myself up. Kept throwing my crutches up, and then I dragged myself backwards to get up that hill. I didn't want to put too much stress on my feet. The problem is when you walk around in this leaf litter like this, it's so spongy that you don't know what you're stepping in. And my feet feel like they're bending every which way. It's really hard to keep my balance. So I have to put all my weight on my shoulders and arms and wrists, which it's not what I should be doing. Anyway, anywho, as I say, this is the spot. I'm gonna go down the road a little ways further and check out that scrape now. See what we can see out that way. Alright, heading this way, not too far down there, there's a big hemlock. Usually there's a scrape. There's a definite trail right there. Going through that way too. I'm coming from this way. Nice trail right there. Hope I go down there. I can just get the hemlock in my view down there. It usually has a scrape at it, so we're gonna go check that out. If not, I may try and put my trail camera near this trail here somewhere. Down there maybe, we'll see. But I'm assuming there's gonna be something down that way. See what I got. I want to walk like 10 more feet. Here's another good trail. See, they're staying off the Maine tote road and just following the edges with their own trails. Come from there, just parked right over there. It's like an old rub right there on that birch. And that way to that hemlock. And this trail continues over there and connects onto the other trail I just showed you and goes up that way. Been seeing a few beech nut pods and stuff on the ground too, but it's hard to see them in the leaf litter now. Big beech tree right there. So I think the beech are producing this year. At least some. Nice trail right there. Go down there and see if that rub's down there. It's been there like 2 or 3 years in a row. We'll see if it's still there today. Look at the hemlock tree. Yeah, usually a scrape right around here. They use these branches here as licking branches right there. But it's not here this year, at least right now. So I'm kind of curious. My brother shot a big buck just behind the house. And I wonder if that was him that used to put this scrape out here. Dressed out at 229, I think he did. Because it's not been scraped. But if I am going to put my own scrape there and make a mock scrape and see if something will continue doing it. We'll see. Don't hurt. It's a good spot for me to sit. Because I can sit back here. That way. Lean against some of them trees in the back view back there and be hidden pretty good. And then just watch this little run here. There was a couple of trails crossing this road here. I'm gonna go up there because of V's right up there. One goes to the right, one goes up to the hill. I think that's where it's bedding down, and there's an old clear cut in there. It's growing up pretty good now, but I think that's where they've been bedding in there. I am gonna make a mock scrape here and see if anything else comes through. Probably put some center here and try this for a day or two too. Right over there I sat watching this area a few years back, and it was snowing and I was pretty covered in snow. I was doing that intentionally so I'd blend in if a deer would come through here, but no deer ever came through, but I was covered in snow anyway. That was worth a try. It is a decent spot. It's just so hard to see tracks now with all the leaves in the ground, and if something stirred it up the next day, if it dries out, you're not going to see anything. But definitely there is no scrape. I will make a scrape here. And go down that way a little way further and see what's down that way. Okay, there's my little mock scrape I made with the ends of my crutches here. Just scraping it up a little bit. See, something tore that stick up all to death right there a while back. Might be a trail going up in there too. I'm going to head that away. Just a little ways further, maybe 100 yards, maybe a little bit less. And then to see if there's any kind of activity going around here at the moment. And then I'll get back to you about putting my trail camera up. Okay, here's where it V's off. You can see there might be a deer track there. Definitely one in here. It's all pocked up going up through there, so they've been going through here. Nothing super fresh though. Then again, with the leaves, it's hard to tell. I see some crap right there. There's some crap. I'm gonna take a walk this way. It's because it's more level. And just a little ways down to there to see what's up. Okay, you can see this trail right there. Going that way. Coming from this way. Nice woods in here. Brightens up right over there. There's something in there. I think it's a squirrel. saw a partridge in there jump on a tree. It might not be, but some kind of bird. Go up to that tree and see what I can see past it. Something's over here. I'm assuming it's a squirrel or a grouse. Just don't see it. Thought I saw some. Oh, there it goes. Oh, just a regular little bird. Jeez. I heard the squirrel. That's just a regular bird over there. It's on that tree now. Head that way. Alright, I got to the two trees. One's a beech. And one, I'm not sure what that one is. Pretty dead. But this is what's gone past the trees, which looks pretty inviting, but I am a lot further out here than I'll be able to walk with all my hunting clothes on. That's the problem when you do all this scouting. Get this scout a lot further out because it's warmer out. You don't have to wear 5 tons of clothes. This is where I'm coming from. But at least I have an idea what's around the area to know it's worth hunting around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they walk the trails. Depends on where they're coming and going. But this is where they'll be coming from, maybe. Or going to. I don't have any idea at the moment. It's just you cannot see tracks and this stuff. I'm catching puncture marks through some of the stuff once in a while, but it's just this time of year now, once the leaves are all off the trees or coming off the trees, it's very hard to tell. So I'm just gonna try and go on previous scouting stuff. See what I can do. Instead of going any further, which I'd like to do, but it's getting late and I don't know when my brother's coming home. I don't know if he's gonna need his UTV or not, because he's got a archery license this year and he's hunting with his crossbow. I want to rob him of that. So I'm going to start heading back this way. Probably put a trail camera trying to watch that mock scrape I made. Oh, now I see something in the woods over there. It's a squirrel. It's a squirrel over there. Okay. All right, gonna head back that way. Oh, I'm heading back out. There's some scat right there. Kind of old, but something. Heading back this way towards the mock scrape I made. This way goes up. I didn't go today. This is where I'm just coming from. You can definitely see more tracks heading out than it is heading in. You know how it is. You know, you go one direction and you can't see them well. You come the opposite direction and see things a lot better. Well, I can see definitely busy. Not super, but been busy. Been being used. It's just the leaves cover up a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna head back that way and try and make sure I'm past that trail that I saw that would cross. It's just before you get to that mock scrape area. Put the camera back there, so hopefully I'll get something either coming up and down this or crossing that trail. I'll get over there and I'll show you what I'm doing once I get there. Alright, I got the camera up. Just watching down this way. Watching where that mock scrape is in that trail. See what happens. I was gonna put it back further. And that way, because the other trail comes right here. Goes across, but I think that range would be too far to get over here, so I just put it over here, and hopefully it'll do what I need it to do. Watching this trail for a little bit. I'd like to come in here sometime and put some kind of scent in there too, but some dough and heat scent probably. Another trail right here. Going right in there. See it? I don't know if you can catch that or not. It's ground right into the ground. Good. So yeah, this is going to be right in front of that. Alrighty. I'll get on that UTV and head back to the house. Whew, I made it back to the UTV finally. That right wrist freaking carpal tunnel's killing my hand. It's aggravating. Yep. Gotta love it. Well, I had to find a few extra spots besides the ones I found the other day. These ones are, again, right across the road in case I have no money for gas. So that could possibly be happening next month. We'll see. Oh well. Some decent spots here. I'm going to drive down to the end. There's a turnaround down here. It's about a mile in the road, and then I'll turn back and head home. I'll give you a little bit of footage of that to see if there's anything jumping out in front of us. We're back out of here, and I'll start videoing that for you. One thing I noticed about this side-by-side Can-Am, it has power steering, and you notice that big time compared to my old Kawasaki. And also the throttle, my foot pushes it no problem. It's not too bad compared to mine. Mine's just so jerky. I don't know, it's just the position of the throttle. The new ones are throttled by wire as opposed to the old ones with a cable. Oh, that's part of what the problem is or what. It is definitely easier to drive. Especially the power steering. I'm gonna run over this thing here. There we go. I can imagine I'm gonna see one. It's growing in quite a bit. UTV would be jerking all over the place because my foot would be bouncing off the throttle. So if I ever won the lottery, generally I just need something newer with the throttle by wire, and it has the not just the high low range, but it has a sport mode and stuff like that. I think that helps a lot too. Just economy mode or normal mode. The throttle's not so sensitive. In quite a bit since the last time I was out here. Certainly appreciate my brother letting me borrow this just to come out across the road, take some of the cabin fever away and get a little scouting in. After this month, should have a little bit more money. I got one more month after this to pay on a medical bill. That'll give me a little $50 more a month anyway. Well, the turnaround spot's right up here. Definitely growing in, holy moly. Back that way. Don't need you guys seeing me record it again. Actually, I was about halfway in here already, so I got about a mile out now. So yeah, got a little bit more scouting in there. Some of my plan B. Don't have a lot of money, a lot of time, or foul weather's coming. I don't want to drive somewhere. Be coming out here and trying some hunting out here again. Didn't do it at all last year because I had more money. I had the tree logging job done, plus a viewer had sent me some money, which I appreciate, Ted and his sons. And so this is also where I saw a coyote last time I was out here. Now I just remembered. Well, I appreciate you all watching. Thank you again, and I'll have some more out here for you soon. It'll be hunting season before you know it, and I'm excited for that. Just trying to get all these things nailed down. Still gotta shoot the 30-30 and the AR for varmints. Gotta get that in here pretty quick too. Next week looks like it's gonna be mostly all rain, so I don't know if anything's gonna happen next week. I was gonna go to camp too, but I got so much to do outside and inside. I gotta try and get a wood rack built and then bring wood in for that wood stove. So see what happens. You know how the weather is, it changes every second. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Appreciate you all.